and this session is going to be for 2 hours. You can write your questions in the panel given to you on your screens and ask Mr. Rajendra about the questions. We are going to start the session, so be attentive. Thank you. Mr. Rajendra, we can start.
Yeah, good morning all. Welcome to this webinar, which is cost reduction strategies through a Toyota production system. So before going forward, I'll just introduce myself. Myself Rajendra Ingre. I'm there in CIS since from 9+ years, and I am guiding various industry across the India on how to build a competitiveness in various sectors. So if you ask me, the sectors are heavy engineering, light engineering, furniture, pharmaceutical, auto, non-auto, leather industry. So you name it, all the sectors we work with. I guided the industries from small companies. Those are, let's say, from 10 crore turnover group turnover company to big group companies like Cummins India, Ford Marshall, some of the Godrej plants, Sandhar, JBM, and so on. I am an engineer graduate, and I have an experience of in an industry in heading excellence while working in industry. So I was prime responsible for driving excellence and doing engineering there in the plants. So I have dual responsibility. One is engineering and another one is excellence. So it helped me a lot in real doing excellence there in the industry. So I work with auto, FMCG like Hindustan Unilever. I work with Bajaj Group. So I was heading again engineering there in electronic component industry. So this is brief about me, and again I will welcome you all for this webinar, that is cost reduction strategies through Toyota production systems. So we are going to talk about the brief history about TPS, how they evolve, what they evolve, what are the principles of Toyota, what are the 4P model the Toyota followed, why we need to understand this Toyota. That also we'll understand today, and I'm hoping you'll be able to learn many aspects out of this today's webinar. And this is just the beginning. We have a series of program planned after this. So we'll be happy if you also get advantage of that. So I'm again expecting everyone is safe there in their family, with the family, with friends, and within nearby your society. That is what I am hoping. So we'll start with this presentation now. Wait for a minute, the slides are not getting changed. Himanshu, slides are not getting changed. It was tried. Now we did this trial. Need to study. Sorry for the inconvenience. So why need to study a Toyota production system? We'll just understand this first. So I'll give a background of how this Toyota is important, and this is in 1980s. I'll give a scenario in 1980s when automotive industry has a serious problem with respect to business. So there was big recession going on, and the big giants like General Motor, Ford, and Chrysler, they are struggling in the business. They are on a serious note of having a bankruptcy, and at the same time, the Toyota was doing good. But when the debate was going on about the scenario which was happening in all big three giants, those are leading auto industry. So debate was on root cause, and they started blaming with the government because Toyota was selling cars in a big way. They are doing good. So they are thinking that this is artificial reduction of a car prices. Okay. So this is again very important to understand. So they are putting all the dimensions, or rather the thought processes, beyond their purview. So we normally say it's an external factor, which if we are putting everything there in an external one, consider only external factor, not considering a internal factor, the opportunity for improvement will not be there. The thought process to do something will not be there. So that was exactly what's happening with this all big three. So they also think this is the root cause was unfair business practices. The Toyota is intentionally doing this to grab a market. By the time they understand this, they took a 10 years time to understand, and they waken up. They understand the Japanese quality and concluding that the quality is good, and they concluded they started they have to internalize the scenario why they are at a bad note. They started doing a benchmarking about the production system, product development system, supplier relationship management of the Toyota, and the entire whatever they are able to expose to a Toyota, they try to do that during that. It's not only external factor, only blaming government will not solve the problem. They have to understand the nitty-gritties of how others are doing good, how the Toyota is doing good, and then doing a course correction on that. So at the same time, around 40 Toyota managers, those are working in the US, so got interviewed, and to identify how they are working, what is mode of principles they are following. So at the same time, in 1991, Mr. John Chappell and Jeffrey K. Liker has assigned a job to create a case study to understand in totality what is the scenario there in Toyota. The objective is to help the companies to understand the best practices for a student and the best practices for the learning curve to an industry. So the economically they can transform their, the manufacturing systems. So how they are big, how they make a differentiation during that time. So if you see, annual profit was higher than the three giants. Toyota has a share of 24%, rose in 2003. The market capitalization is higher than the big three. In 2008, Toyota outsold every one car there in the market. So they have big spec is happening there in the market. Company is also having a profit year on year that is around 20 to 30 US billion dollar. That is also there during that time. Toyota has recalled around 79% fewer vehicle, wherein the US, the Ford and other companies are having 92% that time. According to a consumer report, 15 out of 38 most reliable models are, endorsing that Toyota system is good. Toyota Lexus was the #1 in the world, followed by Porsche, BMW, and Honda. Not a single Toyota car was having, uh, in a list of vehicle to avoid. Vehicle to avoid means the Toyota was meeting all safety norms which is needed for a car, and they are not there in the list of vehicle to avoid, and that is also visible there. So it's a financial gain. It's another one is a quality, and third one is the safety of the product. So in all dimensions, the Toyota was doing good. So this is important for everybody to understand how Toyota has made this big change. So Teiichi Ohno is believing on, what is important is having an element together as a system. It must be practice every day in every consistent manner. So it's very important from entire business operations or entire business processes. We need to identify every individual element. Important, not important, doesn't make any difference. But whatever system we designed, it should be practiced every day in a consistent manner, not in based on the situational one. Because if we talk about the quality in what is happening in normal practices, we are not consistent in practicing the system. If we become consistent in practicing the system, nobody will stop anybody to grow. So this is what is a Teiichi Ohno said. We always say a competition, and the competition is changing day by day. So there was a competition, there is a competition, and there will be a competition. Even in COVID period, we are learning a lot. So scenario is getting changing. Challenges are getting reframed. Rather, challenges is also coming differently as time goes. Right? Market leaders, those are there in the leader and the market. We witness many leaders are not there today. Many people become a leader overnight. That also we witness overnight in the sense of very small span of time. Opportunities are huge. People are coming up with the different business models. They are differently exploring how the business can be, grow, or how new dimensions can be bring to a business. So if we not think on this competition age today, if we are not adapting whatever the best practices are there, the entire world is following, we will be not there in the market. So when we are saying this is a competitive market, so we need to have holistic approach to see in all the dimensions. So I'll just tell you a history of Toyota. So in 1993, Toyota Industry Corporations got established. So 1937, Toyota Motor Company Limited got established. 1950s, they have a labor dispute. This is also a learning curve for Toyota. They evolve certain principles, practices post this 1950s. We'll discuss in upcoming slides. So largely they are leading in many aspects. So if you see there, they started practicing TPS in real sense. They hold a Kanban system. They work on an inventory. Teiichi Ohno has good real practical implementation there on a shop floor. They have grabbed the Deming Award. They have a joint venture with General Motors in America. That is what I said. In 1990s. Jeffrey K. Liker and other 2 universities professors have started doing study with the managers, so that they got an opportunity when the Toyota business was there in Germany. So in 1992, fundamental principles of Toyota got this. They have also evolved hybrid cars, and the journey was so on. Well, the Toyota production system was developed through a tireless trials and errors at Toyota. So they does a lot of work to establish the system. If you ask me, many companies visited the Toyota, they doesn't become a Toyota. There is a reason behind it. It's all about a culture. So if I quote about Teiichi Ohno, so he also says all elements together in a system we should practice, and it should be in consistent manner. That is what is culture. That is what is discipline. So Sakichi Toyoda is the founder of Toyota Industries. He also called as the father of Japanese industrial revolution. He started his career in loom manufacturing, and he is the founder of automatic loom there that time. The approach of learning and becoming an internal part of TPS, that Genshi Genbutsu, We'll discuss that. Invented special mechanism to automatically stop the loom whenever the thread broke, whenever there is a quality issues appearing, how the machines can automatically get stopped, got evolved by Secretary Toyota. That we call as automation. We'll discuss about that, Jidoka and automation and all. Kiichiro Toyoda was the founder of Toyota Motor Corporation. That is what is the automobile industry. So if you ask me, the TPS is got started, evolved from a loom manufacturing company. It got established certainly in automotive industry, but TPS is not there for only automotive industry. We can practice all type of any type of excellence practices in any type of industry. Who is manufacturing what doesn't make a difference. Important is the methodology, tools, how to practice, how to adapt. Okay. So mistake proofing, he bought a mistake proofing there in the organization. The most important, how he could build the plant, how he is able to put the plant. Because he negotiated and sell a patent of 1 lakh pound to Plot Brothers in England, and he started putting money into this building a Toyota Motor Corporation. He pursued production efficiency by a JIT. Okay. If anybody has any question, they can raise in between. Yeah. So, Urish, so when we are talking about Secretary Toyota, we talk about Kiichiro Toyoda, who is the real person who has bring this all practices there on a shop floor is Mr. Taiichi Ohno. With support of Ichi Toyota, Taiichi Ohno has established TPS and create the basic framework for a just-in-time methodology. So ensuring implementation of Jidoka and just-in-time method and increase the productivity, and the companies were able to see a result out of this, the practices which they had, The start of the TPS was, again, when I said in 1950s, they have labor issues. 2,200 employees has layoff. They have cutbacks. In the Toyota history, that first time has happened. So company has pursued that importance of increasing profit is very much important. Then Toyota has started producing a product that match below 3 things. So what is that? Below 3 aspects are important: good in performance, function, and design. It should be at in a low cost and should be met with the quality. So if you ask me, the performance, normally we say fit, finish, function, and aesthetic, okay, are all important, and it comes through a design. So when it comes to product design, process design, in line with the customer need, should be at a lower cost with the best-in-class quality. Toyota has also established elimination of Muda. So the first time, what is the Muda 3M got identified, got evolved there during this drive. It also gives a relation between product, so only applicable in production processes. So as I said, Ichi Toyota has accelerated and Taiichi Ohno has accelerated this TPS there in the production system. Okay. So what are the principles they are working on? So cost principle was, as is earlier, selling price equal to cost plus profit. So profit was decided by owner, cost is which is their actual, and the selling price got decided. Everybody knows this. So deciding selling price by the management, not by the customer. Okay. Non-cost, this is a cost principle. Non-cost principle is selling price minus cost, and selling price minus purchasing price minus production cost. That is what is in variable cost or fixed cost, which we'll talk about. No. So customer decide a selling price. This is a scenario got changed. Need price setting to meet a customer willingness to pay, to reduce production costs, create a shop floor that have a motivated employee who can contribute in reduction in costs, reduction in manufacturing costs. So there were 3 scenarios there. Selling product at a higher price than others. Another scenario is procuring parts, the raw material, at a lower price, equipment which is cheaper. may be capable, may not be capable. Labor at a lower price, lower cost. This is the second option. The third one is reduce cost by improving production method. That is what is Toyota production system. So what was that? Initial two. If you see selling price demand on a market is difficult to deal with. If you are deciding RM will be in our control, we'll decide RM cost, we'll decide which equipment maybe not performing low efficient equipment, labor at a lower price is not possible. It needs a mutual understanding. It's really difficult to deal with. So the only option remains is to deal with the cost, and that is through Toyota production system. So Toyota production system has a two. It evolves in phases. So one is a Toyota production system, another one is Toyota production in totality. So total TPS. So we'll discuss that. So this is what is the cost principle we discuss. Okay. So survival and prosperity is very, very important. Social responsibility and contribution is also important. So while working on a cost, we have to address this, and we'll be able to be a very competitive if we are addressing the basic fundamentals of Toyota or fundamentals of excellence practices there on a shop floor, or whatever way it does to do a business, will be helpful for everybody to build a profit. So what is the target for TPS is cost reduction through OS, right item at right time, so delivery on time in full, best product in minimum cost. Okay, so quality, which is zero defect quality, should not have any defect in the product. Cost is optimum, which is customer is ready to pay. Delivery is on time in full. When customer is asking, we should able to deliver him the product. So that is what is QCD. When we talk about competitiveness, we always talk about quality cost delivery. So conventional TPS, total elimination of MODA, is talking about to reduce cost, aiming for a stock reduction, building quality and man-hours reduction. This is what is THO HANA production division was practiced. The method is effective in the early stage of building TPS. So it was more idea generation, evolving employee motivation, moral of the employee, doing kaizens there on a shop floor, while practicing this initial TPS system there in the organization. So movement to change a TPS practice method in a Toyota in 1980s. This activity was conducted by autonomous study group that that activity is called Zushiken. So Zushiken is all about full participation style Kaizen. Okay, so full participation means everybody in the organization should participate in doing an improvement. That is what is Zushiken has evolved. So finding problem by themselves and solving by themselves. This is also a mantra there while doing this. So this is Zushiken. So we normally say find it, fix it. It is one of the aspect to it. So TPS was talking about high quality, stock minimization, and cost reduction. So high quality means build in quality in every operation. So that was through a Jidoka. So more about visualization, adaptive control, and Pokaike body. So we also talked about when we need a zero defect quality, we should build a process which is a zero defect process. The process should not have any element by which operator can make a mistake. Okay, the error possibility which is there in the system in operation, we should eliminate that possibility. For that, Jidoka is the system. So that was done through visualization, through adaptive control, Pokaike. There are many such tools are there today available. Now, stock minimization. So inventory. Stock is all about inventory. So many companies must be working on inventory. People must be monitoring ITR. If you ask me, ITR, what it indicates ITR? If you ask ITR, any of the company in ITR is good, it shows the efficiency of the people. If you agree, you can raise the hand there. It's the efficiency of the people, those are buying the material. It's the efficiency of the people, those are manufacturing the operation. That is what is ITR. Because the entire principles of a TPS or lean or whatever we talked about today. So we talk about TPS, we talk about lean, we talk about TPM, we talk about WCM, we talk about Six Sigma. So there are a lot many things are there in India available. You know, those can be practiced. So what we should practice, what not, we can discuss that. But inventory is very, very important aspect to make our processes robust, to make organization more profitable, to check either the efficiency of the employee is evident there or not. So ITR is the one of the aspect which will show the efficiency of the people. So just-in-time technique was got evolved that has full system, level of production, continuous flow. We'll discuss one by one in a very brief manner. There is supported by Kanban, standardization of work, you know, cost reduction in real sense. So cost reduction through NVA elimination there in the operations. So this is what is the Toyota TPS. So if you ask me, conventional TPS and total TPS, there is a transformation. You know, so in particular workplace, more the model process, the practice TPS in all divisions. So this was only for production. So this was total TPS in all functions of the in the business processes. Even if you ask me today, many of the industries are only demanding a Kaizen from a production shop floor. There should be a Kaizen in all functions. So are we demanding Kaizen or improvement in all the functions? So answer should be yes, and that should be a focus way we should do. So that is what is a total TPS. So the management system, so it's autonomous study system, all member participation. So all member participation means Jishike. So it's a top-down approach, but at the same time integrating various departments in the organization and working on a focus goal. Okay, so there is a system for even evaluation, you know, in a better way. So there is a system to involve an employee, you know. So earlier was uncooperative Kaizen or stretch Kaizen work was happening. Now it's a very focused way Kaizen lists got evolved. How to evolve a Kaizen, how to identify a Kaizen, how to identify opportunities for improvement. There is a separate session for that. So I am not going to talk much on that, but the number of Kaizens can be there in the organization in thousands. If somebody has still, you know, feeling, so the number of Kaizens maybe we cannot evolve in thousands. So there are ways of doing it, you know, based on the level of the industry that can be evolved. So if you see this in totality, so in total TPS is talk about people involvement, integration of all the departments, exploring maximum improvement areas, having structured way of evolving evaluation processes, structured way of doing multi-skilling of the operations, should not be dependent on one person, or we should not dependent where the operation will get impacted. So many things got evolved in total TPS. Yeah. So TPS is consists of three things. One is just in time, Judoka, and process Kaizen. So that is what is even mentioned. So we'll have some brief discussion about all these three. The TPS evaluation from conventional TPS in particular manner is practice, simulation of a workplace, pursue job satisfaction by Kaizen that evolve everyone in the organization. When we are talking the simulation of workplace and pursue job satisfaction, so largely coming in your mind must be, we say workstation design, ergonomical workstation design. That is what is simulation of workplace, simulation of work where the operator get involved. So it is in various functions. You know, people has to have their job satisfaction while working there in the organization. So it's not like, even in many companies today, the workplace simulation doesn't happen. Even the new product coming in or any new operation needs to be get evolved, or we need to put one operation there in the process and need a table. So normally it happens like somebody carpenter or welder is designing, somebody is making sketch, they are preparing it, and it's directly coming to a shop floor. So it's not like that. It's real giving a thought process in a standardized way to design a workstation which is ergonomical in nature, which will give a job satisfaction to the employee, which will also help employee to give more ideas to improve. So TPS executed simulation in across all the areas that starts from a design, production, and preparation is preparatory work which is supporting to a production. So production can be even internal, external. Production which we manufacture inside is also production. The production which is supplier is doing, that is also a production. We should evolve our extended, support to the companies. Those are smaller than our size. That is what is the external. That is what is the partners today, to certain extent. So requirement of JIT. So Toyota is talking about JIT and Jidoka, just in time and Jidoka. So continuous process flow based on whatever we manufacturing should be based on takt time. So if you ask about the flow, there are various tools available. So we say cellular layout, ergonomic workstation is definitely needed. Layout which is flexible, flexibility in our changeover, that is what is SMD coming in a picture. Inventory reduction, there is strategic approach for inventory reduction. There is some system available, methodology available to reduce invert stock, that is raw material stock. And so inventory has three areas. One is raw material, WIP and FG. FG at our end, FG at a godown, FG at a supply chain. So all is FG. So continuous process flow across the chain. Whatever we manufacturing should be based on a takt time. It should be determined based on the quantity that is needed. Okay. Decide the production quantity as per day's requirement, market requirement. Decide the standardized work and observe it. So when we are talking manufacture based on a takt time, we should have standardized work content. So we'll discuss that when we're talking about the principles of that now. The following process we draw the previous process of the part to be used. It should not be in between inventory there. So should have a pull system with the Kanban and Hijinka there, which is talking about leveling the production schedule of the parts in entire chain. So Hijinka talks about level of the production. So entire system. Minimize the lot size, which normally we say single piece flow should be practiced there in the organization. So Hijinka is talking about one at a time all the time. So there are two main pillars when the TPS got evolved. One is the JIT, just in time, which we discussed about. So it talks about lead time reduction, working based on our takt time. Latter process takes from our earlier process. So the inventory should not be there in between operations. So you must be witnessing if there is inventory in between operation, definitely it adds cost to a company. It is a NVA. It adds NVA of the operator. It is very response time to the next operation is very less. It also occupies the space in the organization. So if we are working with the inventory there in the organization, we may have different varieties of business model. You may not be a auto industry, but this is not only applicable in auto industry. This is applicable across all type of manufacturing. There may be some limitation when the special process comes in a picture, but that also people has overcome such special process. Like earlier days hardening, was with the batch production. Now many companies has evolved. That is with the single piece flow. The important is important is understanding just in time. So what is needed, when needed, how much needed. Based on these three things, we should have our manufacturing system there in the organization. It can be supported with the Kanban, and it can be further improved with the principles of leveling of production. So no batches in between, like that. So you must be knowing also push system. So what is happening? In between there are operations. Earlier process produces more, deliver part, and watching the status of later process. There are problems, everybody understand this, but are we practicing this? I'm leaving this. I'm leaving this question. Are we practicing 100% in across the chain? That is what is a commitment. That is what is a discipline. So we should not have push. If there is a demand in the market, that vacuum will get created. That will come as order to produce. We should produce that. We should dispatch that. We should not anticipate the market, and we should not produce that parts. If you are doing that, so that is, if you are anticipating and producing, or if you are anticipating some problem there in the operations and you are producing, like sometimes some machines are not reliable, so we keep on producing. That builds a inventory. So we should not have inventory, and if you are told we have inventory there in operation, that will not surface out the problems. If you want to make our system more efficient, more vibrant, more visible in various aspects, we should not have the stock there in the system. So we'll again discuss about this. So pull is always better. So whenever there is a demand, there should not be in between inventory. The production planning should happen from last operation, not from the first operation. What I needed from in FG, from there we should have planning there from first operation to last operation. So pull will also ensures that there is no accumulation of inventory, and pull is always better. So what is the Jidoka? So we are talking about just in time. Just in time is without giving a customer whatever they want, when they want, So we talks about three things. One is what customer needed, when needed, how much needed. That much only we need to produce, and we should be competent enough or capable enough, or we should, our entire production line or entire system should be able to deliver that in just in time way. So when we are talking about just in time, it is also very important aspect is lead time. Based on attack time, we should produce. The latter processes or earlier processes should not produce unnecessary when there is no need. So Jidoka is talking about developing the production lines. Do not introduce the equipment or robo only to save a robo. So this may be a contradictory, but this is very important to understand. When we have already existing line available, unless until we really have PDC or option analysis done, we should not invest money into a line. That may increase the cost of the product. So this is what is one of the principles which coming through a Jidoka. So it's developing a production line to meet the customer demand, or developing the production line to improve our productivity of the entire line. Okay. Purpose of developing line is produce good product in a lower cost. So why they are saying in early days, don't introduce equipment and don't introduce a robot there, which is maybe maintaining will be a costly. So one of the example I will now quote here, when we were targeting, one of the company was offering me to get into excellent journey. They only recommended me, sir, will not introduce a robo there in the in our production system. So I said, I supposed to ask you why you have 6 robo. They are running the production line with the robo, which is costing more than 35-40 lakhs. So to maintain that robo, we need talent. And getting that talent is a difficult. Another one is retaining that talent is a challenge. Third one is to maintaining a robo, we have to pay more. When the robo can be developed with 2 lakhs rupees, 3 lakhs rupees, 1.5 lakh rupees, why should we have advanced robo, which is maintainability is the problem, you know. So while putting anything there in the system, we should see, and everybody see that, you know, as a when they put a equipment there or does some automation there, everybody talks about ROI today. You know, that is what is important. So what Jidoka talks about is building quality in a process. So building quality in operations. So whatever we are doing, let's say drilling operation or building operation or even coating, our quality should get built in the entire process. There are ways and means of doing it, but we have commitment. If we have a commitment to do that, we can deliver that. So build device that makes a judgment. There should be a building device wherein man will not take a decision either the part is good or bad. The machine should take a decision. So decision power should not be with the man. The decision power should be with the machine. Okay. So that also Toyota talks about. That is what is Jidoka. So auto stop alarming there when we are talking about this putting judgment activity with the machine. So like we use now many sensors there. If temperature goes down, there is alarm. If the temperature goes down, there is conveyor gets stopped. So that is what is, you know, auto stop. So that the things can be repaired and will be not dependent on a manpower. So this we discussed. Jidoka talks about auto stop, or this is also mistake proofing, like adaptive. With the adaptive control, because of a feature, machine has automatic, you know, by itself. In a normal scenario, no need to monitor the equipment all the time. So our machine should be intelligent enough to, if anything happens there with the machine, there's this machine itself should be able to tell us, no, if there is any abnormality appearing there. Jidoka is also promoting one-man multi-machine. That is also important when we are talking about Jidoka. So, you know, this will accelerate the reduction in a process dramatically, improves the quality assurance, and improves the production efficiency. So when we are talking about Jidoka, it's all about putting the mistake proofing there, adaptive control there in the system, removing man decision power from the entire system, making it more, you know, automatic, or giving the signal to the relevant people, relevant management team there in the organization will accelerate building quality there in the processes. A one-man multi-machine concept, or addressing a skill and making that robust system wherein the man idle time got removed and his work allocation got balanced. So that can help us in putting a system of one-man multi-machine. So which will also help us in improving productivity. What is against the Jidoka? What should not be there in the system? If assembly line does not stop when the problem happens, such as defective comes there in the system, so it is against Jidoka. What happens in many of the industry, if any rejection happens, that rejection goes to next process. It is passing from one process to another process, right? So repair at the end. We should not have that. Okay, we should stop the line. So the Toyota is also talking about stopping culture. So the defective should not go in the next process. It can get chronic. It can be getting chronic, and inspector and an inspector or repair line will be needed at the end of the line, which is against Jidoka. So if company has any repair station, specific repair station, isolated repair station, or repair station within the line in the end of the line, is not advisable when we talk about Toyota Production System. That is against the Jidoka. So they also evolve about the role of the supervisor. So eliminate the eliminate the causes which is not supporting to the line immediately, improve it. Whatever problem are arising should get addressed, improve it to a next level. The opportunity should identify it, countermeasure and standardize the operation when the repeatability of the operation will be ensured. So Jidoka is talking about very close relation between visual management and Jidoka. So to make a condition that anybody can notice, which is abnormal in nature, is a visual control. And that is what is needed in many places. So if you ask me about visual control, it's all about, except man, everything should talk. So that is what is visual control, is needed. So there are ways and means of doing it. So Jidoka is also talking about, so building quality, which we already discussed, stops when the abnormality occurs. We should not run the line. Able to see abnormality. Now this is very important. Able to see abnormality. These my all the members who are associated in the production. Okay, are they able to identify abnormality? Are they knowing how to identify abnormality? Are they knowing about the abnormality? So it's very important to give them a platform or educate them to identify even abnormality. If they are not able to identify knowing the abnormality, they will be not able to tell the abnormality. So requirement is ability to see abnormality, ability to see abnormality by man, ability to address that abnormality or see that or project that abnormality by machine. So automatic check devices in line is how it can be achieved. Workers stop the line when abnormality occurs. Okay, machine alarms when the abnormalities are there in the system. So here there is a manpower saying, but now we are talking about people optimization of the manpower. So flexible manpower is definitely needed. Eliminate the workers to watch a machine. So it's that time there were two things got evolved when we are talking about basic TPS. So one is waiting time, another one is idle time. So nobody should wait in the factory. So there are, except man, there is man waiting, machine waiting, material waiting, should not be there in the factory. So now in this, they are talking about man waiting, but when we are now in 2020, we are talking the many things got reframed or got graduated to a different level. So nobody should wait in the organization. So operator to do a job in the following process while machining is running. So operator should not stop. He should keep on doing his work. He should not wait for a machine. So that is what is one man multi-machine concept is there. Okay. So there are certain tools can be practiced. So POCAIC is a part of it. Integrated QA/QC system is there. QA network is there. Multi-process handling, that is what is skill building we talk about. Process control and various ways we talk about. Hand-on, stop button system, automatic stop devices, observation of a standard work content. So there are many tools which addresses this. So Jidoka in nutshell, Jidoka is talking about hand-on, POCAIK, quality assurance. Okay, so fixed position stopping, keep consistent standard work. Produce only a good quality product, don't flow a defective product, quickly handle abnormality. Don't run the factory with the abnormality. Many times it happens, there is a customer requirement, so there is urgency. So if there is a quality issue, what company does is they reduce the speed of the machine. So should not be the case, right? So that is what is needed. So to prevent from making a defectives, don't flow defectives to a later process. So here in this case, we are also evolve some system like will not accept the defect, will not pass the defect, will not generate the defect, So accept, generate, and pass. So if at all anything happening there, I'll inspect and I'll stop. So should be getting mapped there to make this happen. So anybody has any question, please raise. So difference between automation and automation. This is also very important to understand. Automation, when we talk about, is introduction of machine and equipment such as a special purpose machine where the human efforts or human energy is getting addressed. Automation is all about human intelligence into machines. What is automation? Automation is building human intelligence in a machine. What man can make a mistake, that is machine getting identified, the machine is getting corrected itself. That is what is automation. We should practice, we should evolve, we should explore there in the organization. There also automation is also talk about the alarm when the abnormality is coming. If not, you are going to get corrected there. There can be a alarm. There can be, if the abnormality is there in the machine should stop. So we discuss about two main pillars of a TPS, that is early TPS. So just in time, what is needed, whenever needed, and how much needed, that much we will produce. Transfer human intelligence to an automated machine. Build quality into operation. So I'm instead of process, I am talking about operation. So multiple operation is a process. Stop machine when the abnormality occurs. Don't run the production if there is a problem. So there is a revelation of a TPS as time goes. In 1950s, there were two principles, JIT and JIDOKA. In 1980s, there are some more got evolved, and 2010, there is a holistic, TPS got evolved by Toyota. What is that holistic way? Is just a glimpse of that. It's not maybe in totality. So if you ask tweaking factory, that is basic fundamental of 5 years should be there. QC activities should be there in the organization. Innovations, skill certification, visualization, process improvement, independent study group. That is what is GSHIKEN. Okay. And manufacturing division meetings, so various meetings. So we should get rid of, we should graduate the conventional TPS. Simulation of engineering. Simulation can be in various aspects, in various places. Yeah. So manufacturing plants, equipment design. So it talks about equipment design, process design, product design, QA/QC integration there in the system. Operation process chart creation, standard work content. So there are many dimensions got evolved in total Toyota production system. This is just a glimpse of the bullet one. So total optimization, the efficiency of each level, such as individual lines or factory, would be improved. The efficiency improvement is only a meaningful of it brings the cost reduction. Only necessary number of items should be produced with the minimum number of operators. Okay, so there is a JIDOKA, there is visual management systems, and all that here. So this is what is a TPS house. We'll have a detailed discussion about certain practices of a TPS. So if you see it, Toyota philosophy, it's always with the visual management. So visual management is consist of 5 years, along with safety also got added. So visual management with the 6S. So visual management itself is a big topic. So when I am saying visual management, and I am also saying except man, everything should talk. So you don't need a supervisor there. If we are able to build the system in terms of making factory visual, it's not only coloring the factory. So if I want to take an inventory of your, let's say 100 crore rupees inventory, it should be in hours time. So material should tell me how much I am there, you know. So that is the level of visual management. What to produce, when to produce. So visual management consists of needs to be practiced in various departments, various functions, not only in production. If you ask me HR, there are many legal statutory requirements. Are they visibly available? If the plant manager, HR manager, or the person who is handling legal and statutory is not there in the organization, is that visible somewhere? The person should be able to identify abnormal scenario with respect to legal statutory requirement may arises because of non-availability of the person because of exigency. So the point here is when we talk about visual management, we should practice largely. And the companies which is practicing a visual management, that we call as a world-class plant. You know, the factory which doesn't have visual management, we doesn't say world-class plant, because visual management is visualizing many abnormalities which is apparently there in the organization. Maybe behind the machine, in front of the machine, between two operations, and many places. Okay, stable work standard. So this is a TPS house. It consists of lot many practices, which is summarized in very bulleted points. So best in quality, lowest cost, shorten lead time, safe, high moral of the employee. Moral of the employee is very, very important. So people and teamwork, continual improvement we are talking about, we are also reframe this continuous to continual, waste reduction in various ways. So we are talking about Genchu, Genbasu, Gemba, Genchu, Genbasu. It talks about analytical approach of various analytical approach, including Viva analysis, including advanced analytical approach like Viva because logic, WWBLA, eyes of identifying waste, problem solving tools. So there is a just in time and there is a Jidoka associated with it. So I'll just brief you about what is the 4P model of a TPS, which is in line with the Toyota production system. So 4P model of TPS is all about philosophy, process, people and partners, and problem solving. So philosophy is a long-term philosophy. So that is all about the strategy. Unless until organization has a strategy, organization cannot grow. Okay, so they talks about a philosophy that is long-term thinking. So thinking can be 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years. But certainly the organization should have the strategy to grow. Should be minimum 5 years. Certainly, if I want to make that for 5 years, it should be in years. So first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year. In systematic way. So processes we'll be discussing. People and partners are very, very important to grow. This is principle which rather the model which TPS adopted or rather followed. Problem solving. So problem solving is not remotely. So problem solving is going there on a Gemba, doing Gemba, Genchu, and Gembasu. All three should get followed when we are talking about a problem solving techniques. So when we are talking about 4P, that is problem solving, people and partner, process and philosophy. So it has a challenge, that is philosophy, improvement of Kaizen, that is process and people, respect and teamwork, that is people, and Genchu and Genbasu is for problem solving tool. So Gemba is actual workplace, Genchu means actual problem, because I don't see any question appearing here. So I'll just elaborate about Gemba, Genchu, and Genbasu. These all are Japanese words. So Gemba is a workplace, Genchu is a actual problem, Genbasu is take a realistic action which is there for a problem. Realistic action. Realistic action means the action which will kill the problem. Okay. So that is 3 words: Gemba, Genchi, and Gembasu. So problem solving should be there on a Gemba, not a remotely. Sitting in a conference room, getting only information, not witnessing the real condition there, how things are happening, and framing out the problem statement and working on it will not give a solution. So that is what is 3G is important for a problem solving approach or technique or to solve any problem. So anybody has any question? So this is what is a 4P, and we are going to talk about 14 principles of Toyota now. So philosophy is best management decision on a long-term philosophy. We'll discuss this in totality. Rather, I'll give some more time on this. So process has another principles when we are talking about a robust process, building a robust
Rajendra
process.
sir,
So
Rajendra sir. Actually, there
yeah,
are questions people are asking.
yeah.
So, okay. So first question is
Are you audible? You can.
from Mr.
Ah,
Chandan Singh. It's what is Muda?
Muda is a NVA. We talks about NVA, that is a Muda. The customer is not paying the activity which we are doing, and the customer is not paying for it is a Muda.
Okay. Sometime, okay, so Mr. Rameshwar Roy is asking, sometime poor availability of labor, company hired unskilled labor from market and it will put impact on production as well as quality. In this time, what strategies can be taken?
Yeah. So when we are talking about unskilled labor, so sir, my answer to this is this scenario will be there forever. You know, even though 130 crore population we have in India, will not able to get the right people. You know, unskilled people will be there. What is that important for us is again the internal factor. What kind of system I am building there in the organization where the skill requirement of my operation is getting built with the new operator in some hours time. You know, building that system is very much important. And if you ask me, we normally work on largely on a productivity. We work on a cost, we work on a quality. But if you ask me, I work with many industry across the India. When it comes to a people and training and education, you know, people are not giving a thrust on that. And this is the time wherein people has to give a thrust on how I can build a skill, required skill with the new operator within short span of time. You know, so there are ways and means of doing it. We cannot control an external factor. There are some other ways and means also. But what we can do immediately, that we should explore. And this is not a very big activity. This is a very small activity. If you see a unique number of operations there in your organization, it will be in numbers. May not be crossing even 3 digits. Even may not be crossing a 50 unique, I am saying. So welding is one unique. So welding you are doing in various locations. So welding you must have 50 operations. So in one welding, how to build a skill, how to deploy that entire system, if you are able to put there in the organization, will be helpful. Yeah. Next. Anything else? Himanshu?
Okay, what is Pokayoke?
Pokayoke is a mistake proofing. The mistake, man can make a mistake. If man doesn't do a mistake, we are God. Okay.
Okay.
So, but how to eliminate that possibility of man make a mistake? There in the operation is our work. And that is what is a Pokayoke. Example is a lift, very easy to understand. If there is 8 people capacity with, let's say, 400 kg, okay, if it is 450 kg, lift will not work. That is what is a Pokayoke, mistake proofing. The system will not allow wrong things to happen, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
So, sir, what is ITR, Mr. Choyan Ghosh?
Inventory turn ratio, sir. Inventory turn ratio in the organization, which tells you efficiency. Please understand this. Efficiency of the people, those are working in the system. Many companies when I work, they said about we are into project, we should, our ITR is 2 or 3. Means how many times I am turning my inventory in a year. Okay. So if your ITR is 2, means you have inventory of 6 months. You are turning your inventory twice a year. Yeah. Next.
Okay. Okay. Wait, sir. Okay, so there's another question from Mr. Harjai Gambhir. Can you please explain Kanban in a bit detail, please?
Sir, this Kanban you can request to all team members, please attend the webinars which is in a pipeline, in a series. You'll get a fair idea about many things which we are talking today. Okay. I'll be not able to take entire things because this session in 2 hours time, I cannot address even Pokaeke is a big session. Okay. So my request would be please attend the sessions. So okay, so Kanban is again the signaling. Kanban, I'll just in one line, is the signaling system. When the material is not there, Kanban will tell us which material should be, how to give a material where. It's a signaling system. So Mr. There are various types of Kanbans. Yeah.
Okay. So Mr. Lalit is asking, can you please share the PPT and recording of this session? So sorry, sir. PPT and recording of this session will not be shared.
Again, I'll request to all, even while working in industry, even while working in CII, when I listen anybody, I make my own notes. See, we should be a learning person. So you are very much there in learning. I know that, and that's the reason you are asking. But our recommendation always there: make your notes, make your own template, make with your own thought process. So normally we doesn't recommend to have this sharing. Yeah. Anything else, Himanshu? Should well, sorry. Yeah, if somebody has more questions, please, I'll flash my mail ID and I'll flash my contact number. Please do connect. We'll be happy to answer you.
Yes, yeah? Sir. I guess that will be better, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now we are talking about philosophy and the strategies, the process which we are talking about, the process, So create a flow, use a pull system, level out workloads, stop the line, standardize the tasks, use visual control, use only a tested technology. Don't do a trial and error with the technology when that technology itself is new. You don't have that, People and partners are very much important in the organization. Yeah. So there is the leaders to grow, and there are respect, develop, and challenge your own people. Respect, develop, challenge, develop your own people and the suppliers both. This is very important. Continual organization, see for yourself and make more. You should be more decisive. The decision should be fast. So this is a problem solving. So we'll just quickly run through this all 14 principles of Toyota. Okay. So base of your organization, so long-term philosophy. So it's all about strategies. So many industries has a different name for putting the philosophy strategies there. Somebody has some different matrix models. Somebody says ocean canary. Somebody has different interpretation to that. The objective is we should have very strong, chalk down the detail, with visionary thought process. Long-term strategies are there with us on a paper, in a system. So that should be a minimum 5 years. Okay. work, grow, and align whole organization towards a common goal. We should have a common goal. So every company has a vision and mission, but there should be some strategies and work which is in line with the common goal, which is bigger than making money. It's not only making money. So strategy is about growth, that is market growth, achieving market growth, employee, society, sustainability, and economy. All should be a part of this. So create a value to a customer, society, and economy. Anyway, it's written there. You evaluate all the function for ability to achieve a result. So all the function. So your gate is also a function, inward gate. Please understand. Okay. So entire system which is there for a business, should be efficient, ability, able to produce a result, there in the organization. So this is one of the example of having Hoshin Canary. So Hoshin Canary is again Japanese word, ability to create a strategy deployment plans. So what is Hoshin Canary? Hoshin means it's like a compass. There are within Hoshin there are two words. One is HO, that is Shin. Okay, HO, and another one is SHI and Shin. So if you see this HO and Shin, so HO means direction and Shin means needle. So Hoshin means like a compass. So if you see the compass which is used many times, north, east, west, north, south, that compass, like a compass. Okay. Canary means there are again two words. K-A-N, Kan. Kan means control, and Re means logic. Okay. So it's a management control. So Canary is management control. So in one go, so it's all about Hoshin is direction, needle, compass, which will give a direction, and it has with the management control there in the system. So prioritizing all the activities. So if you see there, there is a 5 years plan. So the baseline should be there as is. There should be some Kaizen culture, some projects coming up in the organization, and there is some strategy which will build business. So when I said build a business, it's market growth and other 4 elements which we talk about. So strategy deployment, and there is MBO. Some people are practicing MBO. So management business objective. So please differentiate this. So if I ask in this, interpret this, the process result, strategy deployment, and MBO, 4 areas. So x-axis, if I plot 4, that is process result, strategy deployment, and MBO. Now, if your process is bad, result is bad, your strategy deployment will also bad, and MBO is also bad. Management business objective will also bad. Now, another case, process is bad, results are good. So strategy deployment will say you are lucky. You are lucky that you got the result. But MBO will say good. So there is a difference. So please understand this. So if your process is good, result are bad, strategy deployment will say not possible. Okay, if your processes are good, you should have a result. Okay, but MBO will say बहुत मेहनत किया है, but now the result is bad. So they will be only saying bad. They will not reinvent they will not do a PDCA, SDCA of what went wrong in my process of defining my strategies. Okay, so if your process are good, result are good, strategy deployment are good, will be different. So strategy deployment will be good, MBO will also good. So please adopt this strategy deployment. That is what is a Hoshin Canary, or in another organization must be something different. So we also conduct this session in a full day, for putting policy deployment there in the organization. So what is a typical organization? So everybody is working in silos. They're not aligned to a common goal. So you can see from this picture. If you see this, you must be knowing there is a volumetric loss when there is a corrosion there in a pipeline, when there is air distribution happening, right? If there is air in air distribution, the corrosion is there inside the pipe, the volumetric loss is there, the pressure which is there at a generation point is 6 bar, you will be able to get 5.5 bar because of volumetric loss. Because the flow which is should be uniform is not uniform. In a similar manner, if everything get aligned, okay, and there is a focused goal, so you'll get a high performance result, the best result. In low performance, that typical which is in different direction, people are working. Clarity of a vision is a problem. More about the opinion-based decision, blaming culture. This is many companies has that. So success hai to mera and failure hai somebody else will adopt the failure. Departmental goals, that is meeting organizational goals, and more about the result based on a result. So if you ask me, long-term philosophy has, to be addressed in holistic way. So if you see these circles, there is a vision mission, there should be a strategic planning, there should be a policy deployment, team and individual role alignment, performance management visibility to achieve a result, continuous improvement in delivering the result. So there are 4 dimensions to it. Okay, so this should be from 3 different ways, So top management. So maybe at organization level, if it is different plant, there should be a view of this vision. Target should be at a plant level, there should be a department level, and there should be a function level, there should be individual level, and there should be a interlink between each other. Like if somebody is designing a product, they should also get linked with the manufacturing, because when designing a product, ease of manufacturing is not getting addressed in product designing, your cost is going to get increased. So that alignment is very important, which will get through a strategy planning, which is needed for the organization, and that will come through many times from a vision and mission statement of the organization. Okay, so there are different levels of integration, So if you ask me, this is I'll just interpret this. This is called how, this is how far, this is what, and this is how much, and who will achieve. So there are 4 dimensions to it. Okay. Ocean Canary also talks about process of critical thinking. So Ocean Canary also talks about breakthrough, improvement, improvement and Kaizen, and daily work management and retaining the result, So I'm not covering too much of things there with respect to this philosophy, but these are the important. So we call as process critical thinking, that is PCT. Okay. So it should be having yearly plans, PCT and top management linkage. That is called high performance matrix. And this is what is high performance matrix, which we are now, I am showing there on a screen. Okay. So there are 3 levels of matrix. One is the top level, second level, root level. Okay. So it is in cyclic in nature, in clockwise. So if you ask me how part, in second level, how will become actual breakthrough objectives. Okay. So how will come to how much actual breakthrough objectives, right? Then how much will in second level, how much will come to what? And in third level, what will come to how much and who will be doing. So there is a system of rolling out this quadrant to this to this to this. Hope you are able to see my cursor, and this to this. So there is a clockwise direction happening while deciding this Ocean Canary or policy deployment there in the organization. Unless until this is there in the organization, the focus goal will not be there in the system. Okay, this is very much important to have Ocean Canary or long-term strategy to grow. Even in all the circumstances which is there in the business. Today's circumstances are different. In January, there was a different, in all the challenges were different, circumstances were different. Now in March, there will, in June will be different. In 6 months' time, the scenario is getting changing. So we should be ready for that, right? So we are talking about right process will produce the right result. So create a flow. So this is another principle. Okay, when we are talking about flow, it's not stopping the material in between the operations. So there are various ways of doing it. Okay, so one of the ways is eliminating idle time and waiting time. Nobody should be idle there in the organization. So no machine idle, no man idle, no material idle, no man waiting, no machine waiting. So nobody should wait in the organization. Create a flow and link the processes and people together. Okay, that is very much important. People and process should be together, right? So I'm just giving a glimpse of that principles. If you want to understand in detail, there are sessions planned. Okay, we are talking about full system. So this is principle number 3. No inventory in between operations. If you are reducing a inventory, your profitability is going to get increased. I guarantee you, if somebody want to increase the productivity, 30% is the minimum. And many companies I saw, the target taken is 10%, 15%. Even we started talking about the subject, the 10% is going to come. You know, the point here is there is lot many opportunities available about eliminating waste. So there are inventory is one of the waste. And when we are talking about waste, so again there are 8 types of waste. You know, so we should get rid of the inventory at various locations in the factory, right? So just in time is one is also just in time we discuss quite a good, you know, in earlier slides. So leveled out workload. So that is Hinjonka. That is principle number 4. Work like a tortoise, not like a. So there should be balance. One is working fast, one is working slow. It will not be okay to this. No unevenness. So unevenness means like somebody said कि नया unskilled बंदा आ गया. There are 4 people working. One is in between unskilled. Entire system will get collapsed. There will be defective. There will be a rhythm of work will not be there. We need to put that offline. It should not be training on online. What is happening in industry is training is नया बंदा आता है तो whoever is intelligent there in operation operator उसको पकड़ के बोलते हैं खड़े हो जाओ इसके साथ. उसको वो ऑपरेटर को ये पता नहीं होता है what to teach, how to teach, how to educate. So we should have some system for that. It is not only, you know, giving the person to a trained operator. So eliminating overburden. Okay. So if you ask me, this is many of you must be knowing this NVA, non-value added activity and value added activity. Some are essential, but essential should be more, you know, effective. We should be very should perform in very shorter time, should not be longer time. So it's important but essential. Unless until you load the component, you cannot do operation. But loading should not be in minute time. It should be in seconds time, right? So we should level the production. So line balancing is one of the, you know, tool to level the workload. Okay. So level production are prerequisites for JIT. Level production means leveling volume and variety. So there is a system for addressing this level production. So we must be knowing this PQ analysis, PP analysis, you know, are part of it. How to create, how to put my manufacturing strategy. There are some tools available. So your PQ, PP will tell you what kind of manufacturing strategy I should adopt and put and practice. Okay. So change your time हमको पता है तो मैं पकड़ के if I know a change your time reduction subject, I should not implement anywhere. I should prioritize it. So there is a logic behind it. Okay. So this also demands about one-man multi-machine. So this also important to address Muda Mura Muri in totality. So we have a session on this. Okay, please attend. So we are talking about again right process will produce right result. So principle number 4, culture of stopping. Culture of stopping not because of only quality. You know, any abnormality there in the organization, we should stop the line. Stop the entire factory, not the assembly line. So traditional way of doing it is only stopping a line because managers or engineers are judged by their ability to deliver number. So in day in, day out, we talk only in numbers. We doesn't ask how many times we stop the line. Entire plant should stop. That is what is the meaning. Abnormality with respect to machine is not producing the quality. We are running at a low speed. We should stop the machine. Stop the line. Machine is breakdown, we should stop entire plant. What is going to happen? This will help us in surface out the problem. Okay. If you see now, many companies are working on single piece flow. They are running on a conveyor. No in between inventory. Even one conveyor stop, entire plant gets stopped. And entire plant gets stopped means the number of people working there in the organization, it has no work. They're idle. Okay, which will build the pressure, which will surface the problem, which is temporary. What is happening? We run the plant with the problem. We doesn't have a dare to stop the line. So we should stop the line. Any abnormal things that are happening in the organization. So stopping line is not only stopping that particular machine where the problem occurs, stopping entire system. I'll tell you one of the example in 1998 or 99. So we have two directors. So both, one was a director who is owner, and his wife was executive, another director. One was driving a system, another was driving a business. So if the one day decided if there is something goes wrong in any of the machine, so we should stop the line. Even no material scenario, we should stop the line. The guideline was very clear. With no material scenario, the people should go and stand in front of the purchase team. Now tell me, is that purchaser will be sitting there in the room, in his cabin, in his table? No. See, the point here is not highlighting the inefficiency of the person. It's highlighting the problem of the system. If we are addressing a system, we are not addressing a man. We are addressing a system. System of procurement, system of maintaining machines, system of handling quality of the product. You know, that is what is stopping culture. So stopping culture. So one is build in quality in the process is very much important. Build to devise a judgment whether part is okay or not okay. That should be with the machine. So this is again a repeat which was there in earlier. So Jidoka is talk about the machine detects a problem and communicated it. Okay, the line stops. Okay, that is what is Jidoka. Situation deviations from the normal workflow. So visual control we talk. You know, so visual control has a dimension, has integral part of a 5S, and we are now talking about 6S. Even many companies are struggling to have maintaining one level of 5S because that requires discipline. So, and within CI, we develop many new uniqueness there in the organization, that is advanced 5S, 5 sense in manufacturing, and many things. The point here is visual control and visual management is very much needed to surface out the problem, to see abnormal things immediate, fast, you know. So another principle is use only reliable, thoroughly tested technology that serves support the people and processes. Work out manually before bringing a technology. Don't bring a technology just like it. Practice it before building some technology. Do it manually, and then design your own standard of bringing a machine or equipment. You know, we should also encourage people to get into a new technology, because unless until we take bring a technology, new technologies there in the system, will be hurdle to grow. You know, so if you ask me in nutshell, right process will produce right time. The NVAs are 95% in world-class plant. How much are there in the organization? In your organization, you should evaluate, and must be more. So NVA starts from entire business process. If you map it, it will be a 99%, 95%. Efficient improvement, that is machine process operation, material and man. So that efficiency improvement needed in across all. How the machines can be improved, machine efficiency can improve, how the machine we can make available, how process can be robust, how process can be easier, fast, and ease of operation is there in that. Okay, material should be a defective whenever needed. That point of time it should come to operation. So eliminating NVA is one of the aspects to it. So if you ask me right process, again right product, so you need to understand this input output. So operation has a different the process has a different operations. So set of operation is the process. Set of activities are operations. And if you really do a study in detail, you will be able to improve productivity. We have structured method of doing it. We have got an excellent result while practicing this principle of process operation activity and elemental activity to improve productivity, to improve quality, and to explore the automation there in the organization. The study is different with respect to productivity, quality, and automation, but the method is same. Okay. So this is the opportunity. What I am trying to tell here is, if you are addressing this, there are n number of NVs there which can be addressed in the organization to get rid of it. All the NVs. Standardized tasks. This is very much important to get a reliable repeatability in the organization. Okay. So this is one of the example of time study. There are many standards are needed to get a repeatability and reliability in operations. Okay. Now, if you ask me, one of the example is standardized task. Operator is making a product, but the SOP written there in front of him, and what he performing is different. Reason is, it is not getting aligned the way the work is happening. The SOP written in isolation and work is happening on a shop floor. Now, that is very much needed. Just you tried out in your factory, going back to your factory. If I ask you to make one pig picture, pig or elephant picture. So somebody able to make it, somebody will be not, and the people who are able to make it, if let's say elephant, somebody will be making 2-inch size, somebody will be making 1-inch size, somebody will be making big, somebody will be making thin. So there is no uniformity. But if you use one standard, your elephant will be any elephant which you draw will have 99% similarity. Reason is that is through a standard one. So we should adopt this. Grow leaders. This is principle. Add value to organization by developing a people. That is one of the P which we are talking about. Grow leaders who thoroughly understand the work, lives in the philosophy, and teach ability to teach other. So when we are talking about leaders, it requires competence. So there are various competencies are there, competence mapping are there. I will not name. So make them more visionary. Leader are like, even the operator can be a line leader. Line leader can be a supervisor. Supervisor can be engineer and can be a manager. I'll tell you one of the story. The colleague who was ITA holder, when I was working in industry, he does the diploma, and you can't believe he is at a managerial post there in one of the multinational. I will not name the company, but this is what is the potential people has. And when he called me recently in last month, he said, "Boss, I have become a manager today in this organization." I said, "Yeah, great." And in that organization, getting engineer to manager has interview, has a written test. It's not that easy. This is one of the multinational I am talking about. The point here is, we have leaders available. We should give them, the ladder. We should give them an opportunity. The leaders only will bring a change in the organization, right? So that is very much needed. Okay. Another principle is respect and develop your own people. So people can only think. Machine cannot think. Only people can think. We should, while working, they should not think. But for improvement related to productivity, quality, cost, technology, manufacturing cost reduction, people can contribute. We should build the talent with the people. Okay. This is what is one of my colleague today was asking about skill. This is one of the newspaper cut. What happens is Bihar has lot many development happening. The employment got generated there in Bihar. So those are working in a Punjab, they left the Punjab. So this was got published in the newspaper. This is what is the scenario. Okay. So we should be ready with this. So we need to develop people. We need to respect people. We should have many things to be done for the people. This is all about quality of life today, not only roti, kapda, and makan, which was in early eras of manufacturing, right? So train individual team to produce result, empower people. This is all is needed. We talk about reward recognition. We talk about TEA. We talk about here must be requirement. Healthy atmosphere for the employee, development of the people, bring them to a next level is also needed. So this is all about TEI, total employee involvement. Okay, employee involvement in totality in various aspects. Okay, so that we need to address. So retaining people is very, very important. Okay, so for this, this is very vast subject available. If somebody want to join it, we can reframe one program for you that which is already available, which is not part of the series of program. But if somebody wants, they can put a request after the session. So value adding, so extending that support, developing a partners and supplier is very much needed, because challenge if I am OEM, I need to put a reliability in entire supply chain. If I am the OEM and I'm giving to a market, I need to build that in the market. So how to build that? That also we should think. So we does this many activities, and many companies are developing their own suppliers. Many companies are developing suppliers as a partner, or so we need to do this. Go and see yourself. That is continuously solving a root cause problem devices in the organization. So there are three G's get associated, which I already told: Gemba, Genchi, Gembasu. Go to spot, that is workplace. See a actual problem. Gembasu is take a realistic action, which will help you in solving the problem. So there are steps available. So there are various problem solving tools available. We should practice it, and many companies are practicing it. They are participating in various competitions, which you could able to see. So but the important is when there is a problem, we should be adopting this 3G concept. Okay, which is minimum. Many people are not even able to frame out the actual problem statement, which I witnessed across India. I'm talking about big, small, all types of companies. It's not like only big, small company has a problem, But we need to practice. How many of you have this root cause analysis one hard copy available for the operators? Okay, writing a problem and doing have an analysis in their own language, Marathi, Hindi, English, whatever. No, yeah. So there are steps available for this, but the principle is go and see yourself thoroughly. Okay, top management should go and witness what is happening there on a shop floor. Okay, whatever we are doing, continuously solving the root cause of the problem, identifying a root cause and problem solving. Decision is very, very important. Make a decision slowly but conscious, thoroughly considering all options. So there is a tool available option analysis for all the problems. We does a brainstorming. That is what is a Nimavashi. Okay. There is a process of discussing a problem, potential solution with all the areas which is affecting or having a problem, that we should do. Okay, taking a fast decision, which is a conscious one. We should have collectively discussion happening, which is a constructive one. The one of the tool is brainstorming. There are many, should get adopted, and we should do this. Right. The last one is the 14 principle is we should be a continual improvement organization. Right. So when we are saying a continual one, so we should be having a hunger to learn. We should be learning organization. All the people we should learn and unlearn. There's many people, talks about it. So every individual can contribute this. This is what is a cultural change, which is a continual in nature, which is important and will should be on a priority. Okay. So I'm skipping some of the slides because short of time. So this is what we talk about TPS house. Okay. So now important is 4P of TPS and 14 principle of TPS is all about addressing a business objective, and that will come through a competitiveness building. So competitiveness in across the chain, which is business objectives, growth and profitability. Okay, and prosperity, certainly, right? So again, if you want to do this, learning and understanding is very, very important. Okay, so please attend the webinars, attend the trainings, which is planned. Whenever you get an opportunity, please learn, understand. The most important is adapt and practice. Okay, to become more competitive. So in both the green and yellow areas, we do help in industry across. And being a CI is our responsibility to handle the industry, to give best to our industry, to get the maximum result from the industry. So a lot many webinars and programs has been planned. Okay. So if you ask me to either you talk about TPS, Lean, TPM, there are many training topics. Some are there on a screen now. Okay. It includes WAPCO improvement, loss tree, cost tree, all that, integrated quality management system, and many more. What we are doing for you now is in this non-favorable scenario where only people are talking about corona. So we should not only talk about that, we should be very conscious about it. We should divert something. We should invest our time in this period. And this is what is opportunity for all of you to get into this topics. Even though if you know SMAD, please re-understand this, relearn this. It's investment of your time. So we have a series of program available with you. Please register it. I don't know how many of you are registered. So these are the things which is in line with the TPS. This is what is I am going to get deliver on building profitability and adding enablers for the business growth. Please register this date. This is only 2 hours session. We'll give a glimpse of what all you can do. You can just see a benefits. So Himanshu will definitely send you this circular. Okay. Another which we are planning to do is Indian production system. Now we talk about TPS, Lean and all. Our culture is different. American culture is different. Japanese culture is different. Please understand our own strength. Use that strength. We can make a miracle. Okay. So we are having a topic of total lean manufacturing, green manufacturing, tool engineering, parts handling. So challenging your own tooling management, challenging your own machines. That is what we are going to deliver, which we have already done. But it will be coming up as a IPS as a one drive there in India. So people are talking about lean, we are talking about even along with the lean machines. Many companies, in one of our company has cut the machines. We are challenging electrical panels, we are challenging hydraulic. Okay, there are many such cases available. Please witness this. This is planned on IPS is planned on 24th April, 17th April is building profitability, risk management with the business, which is fire hazard, that is 4th May, root cause analysis we talk about in even which is not there in that TPS flow, but you should attend this. This is very, very important. One of our colleagues is going to deliver his master in that. Value stream mapping. We are thinking either we should do a value stream mapping on a webinar or not. Very difficult, but we are trying to give you best here out of this. Okay, so please do attend, register yourself. This is if somebody want to practice this, we are there. So we are there. I am Rajendra Ingre. I am heading Western region. I am working across India. Please do connect. Any questions, please? Thanks for listening me. Yeah, Himanshu. Any questions? Can you please raise a hand?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There are many questions, I would say. So,
yeah, please. We'll answer to you.
Yes, sir. Just it is requested. Please note down sir's contact details. You can also question him on like his personal email ID or slide into his uh, mailbox. So, Mr.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 10 minutes to answer the question.
Himanshu, we can have company-wide, they can consolidate and they can give his one reference, because I could able to see many companies has multiple, the members. So
Right.
they can consolidate and discuss. No issue.
Also,
You can.
many questions over here are like, what is Jigota? What is
Jidoka.
Jigota? What is Andon? What is Takt? So, what is IPR?
Yeah. So ITR we spoke about. Jidoka I have already elaborated. Andon is the visual signaling system.
Okay.
Like many machines, as you must have seen, red, yellow, green. That is Andon. Andon is signaling you. So now I'll tell you, when we are talking about now advanced manufacturing, So we hold many advanced tools within CII, and we practice it. Now hand-on is to the level of on a mobile. Okay, that is what is digitization and Industry 4. So it's a signaling. Hand-on is the signaling.
So
Yeah. What else?
we
Himanshu?
would request everyone to attend more trainings on this cost production system to get more clarity on these strategies. So Rajendra sir, can you please put some light on the topics to be covered for
Already done.
okay,
Already done.
okay,
Already done. So any question need to answer, otherwise I'll just sum up.
okay.
Himanshu, any question to be answered, otherwise I'll sum up.
Okay, so Mr. Surinder Kumar Das is asking, are all training all training are free or paid? Only this one was free,
Sir,
and
I'll answer.
okay.
Sir, we are CI is no profit no loss organization. Please understand. Uh, our entire that uh, the source is like yours. We are also not there. We don't have. So whatever fees is getting charged is is quite reasonable. We are not charging very high. It's which can be bearable by the industry, which is minimum one. Yeah. So apart from this, all that session which I was talking is having some manner fees, minimal fees, which is there in the circular. Yeah. Any different question on?
Mr. Rishikesh is asking, can the presentation be shared if possible?
No, sir. If you have any queries, you can ask us. Okay. And hope you have taken a note. And yeah.
Okay, so I guess we can wind up, sir.
Yeah. Dear all, thanks for listening me. Even though if you want any help in executing this all, whatever I talks about 14 principles. So I'll just give you another brief. I am the pioneer of designing, writing on integrated lean TPS. So how to integration of lean and TPS, because some people talks about TPS, some people talks about I am practicing lean, somebody talks about TPM. We should practice what is needed for my business. So all that put together we deliver that in industry. किसी को TPM भी है उसमें, TPS भी है, lean भी है, based on your requirement. So if somebody want to do that, adopt that, or take the services from us, we are ready to do that. Thanks for listening me. Thanks a lot.
The person you have called is speaking. For question.